Trump said no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. Well, we finally have guidance. So the IRS finally came out with their guidance for Trump's no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. So let's talk about them and see if you qualify. Now, if you like learning all things finance and you want the latest finance news and how to build wealth, make sure you follow this page. So let's start with tipped workers. If you're a tipped worker, this one's for you. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill, workers who receive qualified tips can deduct up to a maximum annual amount of $25,000, and the deduction phases out for taxpayers with a modified adjusted gross income over $150,000 or $300,000 for joint owners. And then for filing, it says that the IRS said the taxpayers who are eligible to claim the tipped and overtime income deductions may have to determine those amounts separately this year as Form W-2 and Form 1099. It also says that additionally, the IRS said it's in the process of updating income tax forms and instructions for taxpayers to use this filing season that will assist them in claiming these deductions. My guidance on this is to find a really good tax professional and work with them, because the One Big Beautiful Bill has a lot of tax deductions that you could save money with. Now, when we look at no tax on overtime, the maximum annual deduction is $12,500 or $25,000 for joint owners, and the deduction phases out for taxpayers with a modified adjusted gross income over $150,000 or $300,000 for joint owners. And it's also important to note that the deduction is available for itemizing and non-itemizing taxpayers. And one last thing to know about that. Some employees are exempt from overtime rules, such as those who are paid a salary of at least $1,128 per week or $58,656 per year, or workers in certain occupational roles. Now, again, what those occupational roles are, I'm not certain of, which is why you want to get a tax professional. So those are the rules for no tax on tips and no tax on overtime, and hopefully you qualify.